Good evening, everybody. And we want to thank all you people that came on and the guests. And this is Michael Winiger. And tonight, you know what? It's amazing. I got to tell you, because today, here comes my post. Hasn't gone up yet, but you'll see it go up after this live. And it goes like this. I've posted this before years and years ago. And I'm like, wow. So starts off like this. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And I put in Genesis 1 and 1. And we have to remember, people, this wonderful place we live in. Not only do we have to not only do we have to be environmentally friendly, but we have to also be friendly to ourselves. And then God said, I give you seed-bearing plants on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit in it has fruit with seed in it. Yep, they will be yours for food. So, in order for us to progress in life, sometimes we have to regress. We also have to remember we live in a world with some terrible health issues going on, and they're at the rise right now. And guess what? God did not create us to be walking human chemical factories you know so by helping ourselves, we also help others and the earth that we are living on, right? Organic alternatives. And now you can help you, okay, your family, your loved ones, and the earth by simply switching stores and living 100% chemical free, 100% toxic free, and certified organic with Asante Organics. Plants, everything plants. Plants are food, plants are energy, plants are life force, plants are frequency, plants are vibration, plants are biomimetic. That means you're going to get your peptides, your antioxidants, your amino acids, your proteins, your vitamins, your minerals, everything from plants, right? But plants are also bioidentical, meaning that blood and chlorophyll have the same chemical makeup off by one number that you could use in case of a transfusion. All right? Everything plants because you can. Asante Organics, the first and only largest 100% chemical free, 100% toxic free, and certified organic living company in the world, focusing on live, raw, alkaline, certified organic, whole food nutrition inside and out. And that's why today is Earth Day. And that's why that post is going to go up. But you know what? Because this is a business call and we want to talk a little bit about the business as well, I want to bring on Dominic because he and I met in an unusual way about 12 years ago, and we've been friends for ever. And we'll always be friends. He's flying out here. It's going to be fun when he gets here. And Dominic, why don't you take the stage here and tell people why did you choose Asante Organics?
Oh man, it's been a run. It's been a long time. I think it's more like 15, but we'll go with 12. It's been a long time. That's all I know. Uh, yeah. Why I chose Asante. So always liked health and wellness, always been into health and wellness. Just take care of yourself. Like Michael always says, you live in here, so it's the one temple that everybody should be proud of, in this day and age, you can't be sure of churches. You can't be sure of a lot of things. One thing you can be sure of is the temple that you represent every day. That's your body. So, I found an opportunity. I connected with Michael. I asked him what's the deal with your company, what you guys got going on. And we had a couple hour long chat and, he showed me the products. We talked about them. We didn't even talk business or compensation, anything like that. It was just about the products and why he started the company and what he was hoping to achieve with the company and where the company was going in the future and the green movement and staying healthy. And it all made sense to me. So, I jumped in and Tried the products and love them. Got the reds right here. I drink them and the greens constantly. I got my salts, I'm constantly doing something, constantly got some type of supplement going. And, it just made sense to me. And it's one of the easier opportunities I feel that's out there to build, because it's not something that everybody has. Everybody's more or less these days, they're all kind of pushing the same things. um Whether it's you got this health product or that health product, or but everybody's the same. What separates this is that these are actually healthy, these are actually clean. You don't have to worry about the labels here. It's you got great leadership. They actually care about you as a person. They're not just worried about how much money you're bringing into the company, or if you're maxing out the comp plan or anything like that. They actually care about you. They care about you. What's going on in your life? How can we help you? Is there anything we can do for you? You don't find that in the networking industry typically. I mean, most of the time, people don't even find that from their own upline, much less the actual leadership of the company. So having built a relationship with Michael and Dr. JJ and Daniel and Angie and the whole crew, it just made sense that, if you're going to promote something, be proud of what you promote something with passion, promote something with conviction, promote something to people that every day you wear that as a label too, because you're a product of the products. The reason people come up to you and say, man, you look great, what are you doing? It's because you got these supplements. It's because you got the reds. It's because you got the greens. It's because you're using organic on your body, because you're using organic in your body, right? So be proud of the opportunity that's in front of you, and just tell people, be passionate about it and talk to people, because Daniel's going to tell you guys, I'm sure here in a few minutes, that guys, the green movement is now. This is the movement. This is the time. I mean, right now the stretch in America is to make America healthy again. But we're not even talking about just America. We're in multiple countries all around, guys. So it's really about, if you know somebody out there, make the world healthy again. Anybody you can talk to that's able to purchase these products and get them shipped to them, help them out. Help them out. If you have the opportunity to help somebody else in any way, especially from a health aspect, and you're not doing it daily, and you're not using the tools and the gifts that God gave you to help others, you're wasting the gifts, you're wasting your talents, you're wasting your uniqueness to this world. So, for me, that's what I do. Anytime somebody asks me, what do you do, man? You're 47. I had the guy today. I went to return my cable equipment to get new stuff, because I didn't realize you had to update that every year. So it's been 5 years since I updated that stuff, wondering why my modem kept kicking me off. I go and bring it back. I tell the guy, he's like, "Oh, happy belated birthday." I was like, "Yeah, yeah." It's like, "How old are you?" I was like, 47. He goes, "Dude, you don't look 47." I said, "I take care of myself." He said, "Well, what do you do?" I said, "I'll tell you what." I flipped open his phone. I said, "Shoot me your text." He texted me his phone number. I shot him the website. He goes, clicks it open. He goes, "Oh man, I'm going to take a look at this." I said, "All right, well, I'll tell you what, you take a look at it tonight. You'll be here tomorrow. I'm going to come back by, or I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow. Now I have your number." I said, "I want some feedback on what you thought. Let me know if you want to try anything. I could drop you some off." Because, see, one thing Michael knows is I keep the sample packs of the greens. I keep the sample packs of the reds. So I can go drop this guy some samples tomorrow if he really wants, if he's serious about trying something, right? So, but that's just my little experience. Everybody on this call, everybody's experience is different. But the one thing that we have in common is the opportunity that's in front of us with this company. And that's the thing that I love daily, is if I can just talk to one person today, one person tomorrow, one person the next day, and every day follow up. Every other day follow up with the people you talk to, because you never know when they're hurting, why they're hurting, what their hope is. Be a hope broker. If nothing else, give them hope. Like, "Hey, look, I don't know what this can do for you, but I know it can do some good. So try it out. What's the worst that could happen?" From friend to friend, you have to look at people from friend to friend and say, as your friend, do you think that I would ever offer you or promote something to you, or give you something that would do you harm? If I'm your friend and you trust me as your friend, do you think I would ever do something intentionally to cause you harm? No. Then you should look at what I'm telling you, because this is going to help you. It's not going to harm you. Right? So when people know that you come from a place of heart, from a place of love, they'll accept it. But if they think that, "Oh, this is just another thing, you're just trying to sell me something," they're not going to join because there's a million people out there trying to sell somebody something. You're trying to give them the gift of health. That's the most important gift anybody could ever give to somebody. The gift of long life, the gift of longevity, the gift of health, the gift of true wellness, the gift of waking up every day and feeling great, looking great, loving life, enjoying the moments, right? So that's why I do Asante. That's why I love Asante. It gives me the opportunity to give somebody the best gift I could ever give them, the gift of health. So that's my little spiel for tonight, Mike. I appreciate you having me on. The good news is I'll see you in about a week and a half, my guy.
That's right.
I can't wait, dude. I'm bringing some shirts. I'm bringing some shirts.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dominic. He always says it.
Absolutely.
And that comes from a person's heart, right? I mean, like I said, yeah, he's right. I was doing my counting. 15 years ago, we meet, and and now we're best friends, and he's been with us, and he's watched this company go from a few products to over 100 products, right? And here to tell you a little bit more about the company's products and why Asante Organics, and a little bit about the compensation plan. This is where you want to sit up because we have 6 components, but you're going to hear about 2 that are extremely important. And here to tell you that is our president, Dr. JJ Levine.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dominic. Looking forward to seeing you, brother. Hey, here's the thing that you need to know. This is a business call. So let me just boil it down to this because I was talking to a very, very wealthy person today, multimillionaire, multi-millionaire, no joke, never needs to work again in their life, but they've got the eye of the tiger. They want to keep working. And really the most important thing that they heard from us when we spoke to this person is, why Asante Organics from a business perspective? Because the world is going green, toxic free, and organic with me, without me, with Dominic, without Dominic, without or with Michael or without Michael, with Daniel, without Daniel. It's going to happen. So now you just have to determine, do you want to be a part of the world's largest online certified organic and toxic free superstore or not? There is no other company in our space that does that. So we've got a catalog of over 100 products, and you can go, if you're a guest, you can go right on the person who invited you here's website, and you can see all the products as well as the ingredients real easily. There's people on this call tonight that I've done this with because I've known them for a while. Sometimes people ask about a specific product in or out of our industry, and it's very difficult for me to find the ingredients. And you say, well, how could that be? I know it to be true because the people that make these products, including us, they know when they're using good products or good ingredients or bad ingredients. They know if they're using organic or conventional. They know if they're using toxic free or putting in preservatives or chemicals that are loaded with toxins. You're going to hear more about that tonight as we go on. But the buyer really needs to be aware. And I will share with you that if you find it difficult to find somebody's ingredients online, that is intentional. There's companies in and out of our space that if you don't have a login information, you're not going to be able to see the ingredients. With us, you can go visit our site 24/7. If you're a brand new person, even if you've never enrolled, you can see the ingredients. We're proud to show the ingredients because everything we make is 100% toxic free, made from organic ingredients, and designed to help you be well and get well. We don't make stuff. Everything we make has a purpose. If you've been listening to my Thursday night calls, you know that every single ingredient, I go over every ingredient per product on a Thursday night. This Thursday will be no different. One product, it'll be 15 minutes, but I'm going to go over every single ingredient in that product and what science says about it. And then you'll know. And when you know that if you want to be part of the next trillion-dollar industry, the next trillion-dollar company, this is it. There isn't another choice. Nobody else is doing what we're doing, toxic free and organic. So Michael also wanted me to share with you a little bit about our compensation plan. He mentioned that there's 6 ways to get paid. You don't have to pick one of those 6. You're eligible for all 6. We're going to talk about 2 tonight. And 2 of the ways that we're going to want to pay you is based on something called residual income, meaning you do the work one time and then you can get paid over and over again, week after week for the rest of your life. So as I say that, I need to kind of paint a picture for you. I want you to think about all the jobs you've had in your life from when you were a little kid till now. And if any of them offer that type of an income, I can tell you from raking leaves, mowing lawns, delivering newspapers, working at Domino's Pizza, working at Blockbuster Video, managing an Italian restaurant, buying and selling cars, detailing cars, and then eventually becoming a chiropractor. None of those positions offered a residual income. I had to show up at work, do a job, and then I would get paid. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm talking about is a very special type of income called residual income. If you were a person who wrote this book, you did the job one time, and every time somebody buys that book, downloads that book on their Kindle, what have you, you're getting paid. If you're a hit musician, you record a song one time in a studio. Every time somebody plays that music, puts it on a movie, people download it, what have you, you're getting paid. Well, you might not have musical talent. I don't. You might not be a world best-selling author. I'm not. Well, how do you get residual income? Well, here at Asante, we're going to offer you that. And the way we're going to offer you that is in two different ways. And the first way is called the Endless Team Bonus. You are going to manage and build two teams, a left team and a right team. And this isn't about selling. This is about sharing. As Daniel will tell you in just a little bit, once people know they have a choice, once people have been educated, and it's very, very simple. Daniel's going to show you how to do it in like a minute or two. Once somebody's been educated, they are spoiled for life. Once you know, once you know that there's toxic-free products, you're not going to buy toxic-filled products for your family and loved ones. No way. So what's interesting about our products is they are similar to all the other toxic products in this way. As they start running out, as your tube of toothpaste gets lower, as your Super Reds container gets lower, as your shower gel gets light, you're going to instinctively want to buy more, just like you do with all the products you grew up with. Well, the people that you share this with, Dominic's going to go back to that cable store. He's going to give a sample of the reds and or the greens. And I know those people are going to love them. And they're going to want to know where to get them. And then when they start ordering it from Dominic's website, as they start running low, they're going to organically, instinctively buy more. Well, as you educate a few people, who educate a few people, who share with a few people, and so on and so forth, we want to give you a piece of every sale. And not just the initial sale. I mean, that'd be awesome if we did that. But the initial sale and the recurring sales, because the people are going to order and reorder and reorder and reorder. And this is a willable, sellable business. So suffice it to say, you tell a few who tell a few who tell a few, and all the volume for the week from all those orders, you can get paid 10% on all that volume. And that's as difficult as it has to be, because that's it. That is the endless team bonus. And then another part of the residual income is called the 100% check match, where we look at that endless team bonus and we want you to match the check of every person that you sponsored into this business, whatever their endless team bonus check is. So you're going to get your share. You're going to get your full endless team bonus. But then you tell Mary and Sue and Bill and Barry and however many people you tell about this. And once they start getting an endless team bonus check, they're going to keep their full check. But we're going to allow you to match their check up to 100%. Nobody else in the industry does that. And with the endless team bonus check and the matching bonus check, I want you to know there's no caps, no limits, no small print. It's just the way I described it. It's unheard of in the industry. That's where we spend our money. We are very different from every other company in this industry for a lot of reasons, but there's two biggies right there. We spend our money on organic and toxic-free ingredients and still sell our products at the same price point as the other guys. Mr. Weniger, our founder and CEO, I swear to you, this is a true story, called me yesterday and he says, how much do we sell our certified USD organic lip balms for? I said $3. He goes, yeah, because I'm in the store right now and I'm looking at Burt's Beeswax and Chapstick and all these other, they're more than that. I go, exactly. And they're not organic and they're not toxic free. So we offer a better product, super value. Your people are going to love it. And we have something for everybody. We've got personal care products, nutrition products, weight loss products, home cleaning products, baby products, cosmetics, anti-aging products, organic essentials, you name it. Nobody does what we do. We have a superstore and we have the best compensation plan in the industry. And the reason why I'm driving this whole conversation right now, my little speech about the compensation, because this is a business call. On Thursday, it's going to be a product call. You're not going to hear much business at all. But this is a business call. So if you are a business person, if you're entrepreneurial, if you're a numbers person, if you want to increase your financial income coming into your house, you're home now. And I'll leave this with you because I want to share just one other thing. I've already touched on the world's going green and organic and toxic free, with me or without me, with you, without you. It's going to be the next $1 trillion industry. You want as big of a piece of that as you can. You don't want to miss out, because once the world's gone green, that's it. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to share with you, and I'll leave you with this. This isn't hypothetical. What we just lived through a few years ago, where the world closed down. People couldn't go out, they couldn't shop, people couldn't go to work. What we discovered by default is you have to have a way that you can earn money from the comfort of your home, from your cell phone. And that's what we're offering you. And it's better than that. You could be anywhere in the world. If you've got your cell phone, you're in business. That's it. So I want you to think about those two things. 3 things. The world's going green and organic, with you or without you. Don't want you to miss out. 2, you must have a way to earn income from your cell phone anywhere in the world that's dependable and residual. And then last but not least, the only thing that's missing from this equation is your effort. We are not going to let you down. So with that, I'm going to give it back to our CEO and founder, Michael Winiger.
Thank you. And you know what? I want you to understand where we sit with this company. Okay. If we didn't even have a business opportunity tied to the company, we are still the largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world. Guess what? That's your store. That's your business. You own the largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world. What are you going to do with it? My goodness. Once you learn about timing and positioning, where you really understand where you are with this company, and you're in a company that's got sustainability, it's got some longevity, but it's got a nice tiny database in there where you can get in and get going and really paint whatever financial picture you want to paint. You know, whether you want to get your products for free, make a few $100 a month, make thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. I know that sounds wild, but we've seen it. And we've all been there and seen that happen in our lives, right? And we know what can happen. And then, but it's about timing and position. With that, I'll let Daniel Winiger tell you about that.
Thank you very much. So we offer an extremely rare business opportunity where you have a stable company that's been around for a long time, that's involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life. So I always tell people that Asante Organics truly offers a once-in-a-lifetime business opportunity. And people say, Daniel, that's a pretty bold statement. I said, well, let me back it up. The world is going green once. You get one shot at becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from the green movement. Once the world has gone green, it's too late. You know, all the millionaires have been made. So what I teach people all day long is if you can get involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life, you're a wealthy individual. And that's called a paradigm shift. And I want to talk about that for a moment, because paradigm shifts are extremely rare. Most human beings will experience 1 to 2 in a lifetime. Now, the last one you could have got involved with was back around 1982, the early 80s. Mr. Jobs creates the computer, Mr. Gates creates software, and the internet is born. Now, let me tell you, if you were first online in the 80s selling anything on the internet, from toothpicks to baseball caps to wristwatches, you name it, you are a multimillionaire today. I tell people, go open your website, online, your store, selling whatever you like, and see if you become a multimillionaire. And I would say your chances are slim to none, because there's hundreds, if not thousands, of stores or websites online around the world selling what you're trying to sell, unless you're an inventor and created a product that doesn't exist. So I'm going to share with you the power of being involved in a paradigm shift. In 1982, I was 18 years old. A $400 investment in Microsoft stock would yield you $37 million today. Let me tell you something. I could have scratched up 400 bucks back in 1982 if I would have known that this computer right here, this laptop, was going to be a way of life. That was the last paradigm shift you could have got involved with. Because think about it. I don't know one company in the world using typewriters anymore. This is a way of life, like it or not. Well, Forbes magazine, business journals around the world, not Michael, Daniel, JJ, are calling the green movement the next paradigm shift in life. Right now, approximately 9% of the world is green. That is a beautiful thing for everyone on this Zoom from a business standpoint, and terrible for 91% of the world that's using products that are loaded full of chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. Now, these people are electricians, they're engineers, they're accountants. They're not stupid people. They just don't know. It's just a lack of education. So you know what? We missed out on the last paradigm shift, but you are sitting right now with this company in the next paradigm shift. They project, first of all, the internet created more millionaires than any other product category niche in history. And they project the green movement to make more millionaires than the internet did. Because it's truly this simple. Look, once you know, you can't unknow. The cool thing about this business opportunity is there's no selling. Okay, there's a lot of companies out there with what I call shiny pennies, magic lotions, potions, pills, powder, patches. I'll tell you something. All my friends from this industry, I got involved at 18. I've been in this industry 42 years. And all my friends that are making six figures a month in this industry, one thing in common with their companies. First of all, they got in early in the beginning, like you are here, and they had ancillary products, which is just a fancy way of saying products people use every single day without thinking about it. Okay, what is that? Well, you got shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, toothpaste, deodorant. I don't care where you live in the world. I don't care how much you make, rich, poor, in between. 9 out of 10 people with 8 billion people in the world wake up every morning, stretch, yawn, get in the shower, turn it on, and they do their thing. Okay. Now, every time someone's taking a shower, you're making money. If you want true residual income, like my friends have had for the last 40 years, and that only worked 3-4 years and haven't worked since, you have to have a product line that people are going to be on and stay on for life. Now, if you talk to me, if you're a good salesperson, you do talk me into trying your magic lotion, potion, pill, powder, patch, whatever it may be. For you to have residual income, I need to stay on that potion or lotion or patch for life. What are the chances of that? Again, pretty slim. But what are the chances of everyone taking a shower every day or every other day? They're very, very high. So again, you are sitting in the next paradigm shift in life. You own, like Michael said, the first certified organic superstore in the world. You see, it's your store. It's your business. Not mine, not JJ's, not Mike's. It's yours. We make the products for your business. We ship for your business, and we pay for your business. You have a hassle-free business. No employees, no overhead, yet the opportunity to make, large sums of money. And by the way, when you lay your head down at night, you can sleep really good, not knowing you're scamming someone on some shiny penny out there, but truly helping people live healthier lives. Because at the end of the day, it boils down to this. The business is so simple. It's as simple as A and B. A are all the products currently in your home, in your shower, on your countertops, not with 10 or 20, but hundreds of chemicals. And not chemicals linked to skin or eye irritation, but chemicals linked to neurotoxicity, meaning Alzheimer's, dementia, organ toxicity, meaning liver and kidney problems, reproductive problems in females, cancer. I can go on and on. So I never had one person say, after spending some time with them and educating them, because that's all we do here. There's no selling. We just educate people on the products they buy every single month and use every single day on them and their loved ones. And I never had one person say, after I tell them, here's A and B, what do you want to use on you and your loved ones? Not one person ever said, well, hey, Daniel, the ones with all the chemicals linked to, serious disease and illness. Oh, because once you know, you can't unknow. So at the end of the day, timing and positioning are crucial when creating massive wealth. Timing, meaning everyone that's on this Zoom involved with the company early in the beginning with a small database, because whether you like it or not, the masses fall underneath you in our industry. And positioning being in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. I'm going to say it one more time. 9% of the world's green, maybe 10 max. They project 7 to 8 years down the road, that 9% is going to be 95%, simply stating the world has been educated. So here you have an opportunity like you had back in 1982. If you're old, some of the people on the call weren't old enough to even get involved in that. I was 18 years old. I'm 60 now. But again, a paradigm shift. And Forbes magazines, business journals around the world are calling the green movement the next paradigm shift. And you can be a part of that. So with that being said, we're always here to help. I set Tuesdays and Thursdays aside just for the field. If I can do 3-way calls with you in any way, way, shape, or form where I can help, whether it's about the business opportunity or a training call, maybe on alkalizing or some of our product line, I'm here to help in any way. So is Michael, JJ. Very great corporate team that's there to back you up. So with that being said, I will throw it back to Michael.
So guys, imagine that, right? Think about it. Getting paid to shop and earning cash back on all your purchases, on all your online purchases, right? I mean, that's where we purchase now. And converting what you already spend and buy, you already buy these things, and you're going to convert that into earnings. Well, to me, that's really kind of a no-brainer. And actually getting everything 100% chemical free, 100% toxic free, USDA and certified organic plants. That's it. Everything plants. That is absolutely huge. And like Dan said, world's going green. I don't live in this room, this house. I live in here. So what are we putting in here? What are we putting on top of here? You're not going to put bad fluids in your car. Not going to put bad paint on your walls and then have to do that every 6 weeks. No. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave you with this one thought. Before the night ends, and maybe you get down and you're wearing out the carpet on, with your knees, and maybe you lay down on bed. Maybe you just sit up and you sit down at the end of the day and you thank the good Lord and you say, thank you for another day with my family. Thank you for your breath in my lungs. Thank you for my heartbeat and just being here. You're blessed just because you're here today and alive today. And I think you're blessed because you're in here today as well. Okay. And then before we even do all that, you think of one thing. At the end of the day, everybody should be doing this. What did I put inside myself? And what did I put on top of myself? Because no matter how small or how large you did anything to yourself, you've done one of two things. One, you either participated in your life, or two, you either participated in your death. And it's just that simple, and you get to choose. So taking care of your health is your responsibility. And why would you not, if you have a choice to use everything 100% chemical free, 100% toxic free, and USDA certified organic and wild crafted plants, everything plants, the way the world is going, and get positioned in front of that movement? It's absolutely huge, huge. And I certainly hope that you know how huge it is, because in about, like Danny said, in about 6, 7 years, that's a way of life. And you could have been in front of that. And that's a $9 trillion industry in that little green bubble that's moving. People going green, nutritional, personal care, $9 trillion. And there's only one company penetrating that space at the moment. That's huge. I'd be spreading that around the world. So with that being said, God bless you. God bless your families, your businesses, and you will see us again on another broadcast. Join us on Thursday night. That's when you get product trainings. That's what we do. Nice, quick little product trainings and things like that. And sometimes we have doctors on there. Well, Dr. JJ will be on there all the time, but sometimes we, feature our other speakers and things like that. But that's a good thing to go check us out with. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you for your time. We're blessed. We're thankful and we're humbled that you spent this time with us. And happy Earth Day, right? That's what we're doing here. Take care, and we'll see you guys again on another broadcast. Bless you all.